How are you doing, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the show. I know we always do the hot box every Mondays at 9 p.m. But my guest today, Kington, all the way from Jamaica, Man City's number one Jamaican fan, was off today because it's I think the Independence Day. He's gonna tell me more about that when he comes on. So I had three guests. I had him, Mikey, and Hugo. But Mikey and Hugo, I think, are having technical difficulties, so they won't be on the show today. So today we've got Kington. I hope I'm saying the name right. Is it Kington or Kington? Okay, let me get him here so he can tell us that his name himself. He's known on Twitter a lot, as he says. He says he's Jamaica's number one fan. Welcome to the show, Kington. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, mate. How
Yeah,
are you?
how you doing, man? I'm well, man. I'm well, man. Welcome to the show. We've been planning this for so long, haven't we? Waiting for so
Yeah,
long. You're here. Finally, we have you here.
yeah. Actually, we're having it's a public holiday today in Jamaica, so I'm not at work today. So I
Okay,
guess I
cool,
have a
cool.
little spare time on my hand where I can, you know,
Yeah, that's good.
where I
Welcome,
can
welcome, man.
speak a bit.
Yeah, am I saying your name right? Is it Kington?
Kenton, Kenton,
Kenton. Oh, Kenton. Okay.
Kenton.
Kenton. I'm just gonna call you K if I am having struggles.
Oh, no
Um,
problem.
Yeah, Damien Perez says intro is cold. Thank you very much. I had to edit that intro myself. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so look, we're not going to take much time. I don't know if Hugo and Mikey are going to join us, so we're just going to start off. As I said, we usually do the hot box on Mondays, but Kengton said he's free today and he doesn't have work, so we wanted him on the channel. Me and him have been talking a lot. He added me to a group full of passionate City fans. So that's where most of these guys are coming from. So look, today we were going to talk about the upcoming season. So a lot of news has broken. We've signed Jack Grealish and Messi is leaving Barcelona. And Pep had his comments today, and he actually name dropped Bernardo Silva. He also name dropped Kane, something that Pep never does because he's a player from another team. So we are going to move the whole preseason thing to the back now. The whole season preview to the back. So we're going to start with Grealish. How did you feel yesterday when the man Jack Grealish, as you call him, Jack Meko, you guys on the group, finally signed?
That the name calling thing that was just banter for me, man. You know, I love the gimmicks and the bantering, so it wasn't anything serious. In fact, I was excited even when we were first linked to Jack Grealish. Even when he was playing for England, you know, I was one of those persons who is always saying he should start in the England team, you know. And then most of my posts on Twitter, I see that most City fans were thinking that I'm against Grealish or I don't rate Grealish or anything like that. But it wasn't like that, man. It wasn't anything like that. You know, I just always find funny things to say and do. But in fact, I rate Jack Grealish as a baller. He's very good, and I think
Yeah,
he'll be an excellent addition to the City team.
yeah. I
And
think just sorry to cut you. I think you're gonna have to move somewhere where the wind is less. I think the
oh,
wind
the
is
wind.
hitting
Okay,
on. Yeah, the wind is hitting on your mic. So I think you're gonna have to move
okay,
somewhere.
here.
So I'll mute you for a minute. You can move somewhere where the wind is a bit less. Okay, so we're gonna wait for him as he moves
Yeah, man,
wind.
it's
Let
better
me
now,
just.
man.
Yeah, that is better. Yeah. Let me just see the comment here. It says Grealish will be good for set pieces with how much fouls he gets in the attacking box. Adam says, "Hey, yeah." So what were you saying about Grealish? You said majority of the stuff you say on the group it's just for banter, which is very funny though. It
Yeah, man.
makes me day.
Even yeah, I know. Even the posting of the Jack Mackerel. That
Yeah.
was just banter. That was just banter. It wasn't me trying to be rude or disrespectful to Grealish or to undermine Jack Grealish or anything like that. It was just banter. Everybody know me. I know I'm just like that.
Yeah,
But
I know, I
separate,
know.
yeah, man.
For the
Separate
years,
and apart
yeah.
from that, I really rate Jack Grealish as a good footballer. To be honest, my only concern was the price tag, the $100 million fee that was being quoted. That
Yeah.
was just my only problem. I honestly didn't really want City to enter into that zone, paying £100 million for any particular player because I know the consequences that and the backlash that was going to come with us signing a player for that huge fee, a fee that has never been paid by another English club before. That was just my only concern, just the
Oh,
fee.
so oh
Nothing to
oh,
do
so
with
you
Grealish's ability as a footballer or anything like that. He's going to be
okay?
brilliant for us. I know that.
He is, and you know what? I had an argument with one of my friends. He was saying in
Mm-hmm.
England, it's not. He said it's not legal to have a release clause. But look, there was a release clause in Jack Grealish's contract, so I was right. I
Yeah.
was right. I was arguing with my friend, and he was like, "There's no way. That's for Spain. It's for Spain. It's for La Liga. It cannot happen in England." I was like, "Yeah, but you can still make a deal and say if somebody comes from me and they bring you guys this amount." Then take it. So look, it worked out for Jack Grealish there. I'm going to ask yourself, how did you feel when you saw that they gave him the number 10 jersey? That everybody thought they're gonna wait for Kane.
Yeah. Even well, I thought he would have chosen maybe number 18 shirt,
Mm-hmm.
right? Seeing that he had previous players that used to play for Aston Villa that moved to Manchester City. He had Gareth Barry and Fabian Delph. Both moved from Villa to City and both played in the number 18 shirt. I thought Grealish would, but if you realize, if you watch that little clip when he went into the City dressing room,
Yeah, yeah.
right? He himself was surprised that the shirt was given to him. It's not that
Mm.
he chose the number; it was given to
I
him.
bet in his head he knew that
He
Kane might
didn't.
be coming, and it's Kane who's going to
Yeah,
take that, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because just by his reaction alone tells me that he wasn't the person who decided that, all right, number 10 is available. All right, let me choose number 10. The
Mm.
number 10 was already assigned to him before he got a chance to choose which number he wanted based on his reaction from that
Mm.
little clip in the City dressing room. So
Yeah.
I don't have
What
a
do you
problem
think?
still.
What do you think that says though? Does that say that we're still in for Kane?
Yeah, I don't think the selection, these guys are professionals, so I
Mm.
don't think the number thing has anything to do. And it can still switch anyway. So say for instance we sign Kane now.
He
It
says
can still change.
he comes in. Is
Yeah,
like, give me
it
that. I
can
want
still
that.
change. Can't
Mm.
it? I think it can still change. It
Okay.
doesn't really
Okay.
matter still. It doesn't really matter. The number
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's a personnel that matters.
Okay. So let's move. We're gonna move away from Grealish. We're going to go to Pep's comments today. Pep did an interview. I was
Honestly,
I
I didn't get a chance to
no, no,
to,
no.
to, to, to listen to Pep's
I'll
interview.
give you I'll give you some of the words so you can just tell me
Okay,
what you
all
think
right,
from your.
all right,
Yeah.
all
So
right.
Pep had an interview, right? And
Mm-hmm.
every time he has an interview, he's very look. He's not straightforward. He hides things. I've never
Yes.
seen him just say things right away. The only time I saw him say something about a player straightforward
Mm-hmm.
was Sunny, but he was hiding Sunny for a while. Remember, he
Yes.
left it until too late. He came up and said Sunny doesn't want to be here. During
Mm-hmm.
this during this interview he had, I just saw a few words. He said, first of all, Bernardo Silva wants to leave. Straightforward. He says Bernardo Silva wants to leave. And then 2 to 4 more players were also asking to leave. But he was trying to say that right now they're a bit quiet, the other ones. But Bernardo Silva, he put him in the front. Like Bernardo Silva, his name was just put there. So is he doing that to sort of tell the media or tell people in the world that Bernardo Silva is for sale? Come and get him, or he just wants to get it out of the way before we start the new season and say, you know what, if people see Bernardo Silva is not happy, there's a lot of rumors that he's been pushing. Let me just get rid of rumors and just put it out there so there's no disruption. You know, like when the season starts, this media will be like, oh, Bernardo Silva all the time. So what do you think yourself by Pep actually name dropping Bernardo Silva in today's interview?
All right, that the Bernardo Silva thing has been out in the public for a little while now. I haven't heard anything directly from Bernardo Silva himself or any of his representatives or anybody close to him. It has just been media speculations and persons on the internet saying that Bernardo wants to leave Manchester City. But if that is true, to be honest, I don't want to see Bernardo Silva leave Manchester City. You understand? Bernardo Silva is a very brilliant player, and we have to remember that he's a very young player as well. Bernardo, he might be at City a good while now, or a long time now. I might be playing, but he's young in terms of his age. You understand? So for me, I don't even like to think about it too much, because Bernardo Silva is somebody that I rate a lot. I know on the field, he's very passionate about the club. He gives his all for the club. You understand? He plays in various positions for the sake of the team, for the sake of the club. So, you see, players like those now, I have a special place in my heart for players like Bernardo Silva, based on his commitment, to the cause, to the club itself. You understand the passion that he plays with. Those are things that and he's a very quiet and disciplined player, so I really rate Bernardo, and I don't even want to think about it too much. Bernardo leaving. You understand? Because you see, based on how City plays its football, the high tempo, high energy, the pressing and all of that, Bernardo Silva fits that, tick all of those boxes easily, You understand? And Bernardo is really injured. I don't remember Bernardo ever been injured before.
Never.
You understand? So players like Sterling and Bernardo, those kind of players who are always available. You understand? It's difficult to kind of see those type of players leave. You understand? Remember, like Kevin De Bruyne. I don't remember a season going when De Bruyne hasn't been injured and out for extended period. Just like what we used to have with Aguero and company before him. These are players who are known, you understand, to always being injured and unavailable at key moments of the season. Whilst Bernardo is never injured. You understand? And Jack Grealish coming in now, wonderful player, brilliant, he's technical, and he falls into that category as well. When he was at Villa, there are moments when Villa is playing and you look, Grealish is up there in the stands, out, injured. So we have to be careful with players that we try to push out of the club. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just looking at the group. I was seeing one of the guys is driving. That's why he's not here. Look, I'm just gonna read the comments before we obviously continue with few things. Forzy here is from Red Forever channel. Guys, in the comments, please like the vid, the vid if you are liking the live. We've got Kington today, Jamaican's #1 fan. Forzy is one of my Forzy is one of my friends, YouTube friends. He's a very good guy. He's his channel name is Red Forever, and he also does unscripted football. Please follow them. They're very good. They're Liverpool fans, but they're very sensible Liverpool fans. This guy is such a gentleman. I've featured on his channel. I'm pretty sure I'll be featuring a lot on his channel. He says, cheating your way to the title again, I see, with LOL. Look, you guys had to buy Van Dijk. You had to buy Alisson. It's the same thing we're doing. We're just making sure that we cover ourselves. We don't want to have issues where our defender is injured and we only depend on one defender. He also says, Liverpool will win the title, mark my words. Then his last comment is, what are City going to do with current players who aren't going to play now? What are City going to do with the current players who aren't going to play now? Are you talking about like the people who were mentioned or people rumored that are going? I just asked that again so I can understand. Yeah, Kington. Before we move on, uh, do you think how much would you sell Bernardo Silva before we move on to another topic? If you were to sell him, how much do you think he's valued? Because he's 24
Um,
years old. He still has a lot of time on his contract.
yes, he's as I said, he's 24. He's a he's a starter for the Portugal team. He's a key player at Manchester City. Bernardo isn't cheap. You want a direct figure?
Yeah, for yourself, if you were in Tiki's what's your position and just selling, how much would you sell Bernardo for?
Upwards of 60 million pounds.
Yeah,
That's fair enough.
that's a good price. That's a fair price. I
He has
think, to be honest,
experience, so
24.
and yeah, he's young, so you have a lot of years ahead of him.
Portuguese
But
international.
Patrick, to be honest, um, when I sit and think about the Bernardo situation, even though I tell it's not something that I enjoy thinking about, based
Mm.
on the level of respect and ratings that I have personally for Bernardo Silva, and watching Manchester City and what I know Bernardo means to the team, I honestly don't think Bernardo wanting to leave England has anything to do with football at Manchester City. I honestly think it has more to do with the incident that happened. I shouldn't call it incident. I think the English FA turned it into an incident. I blow this thing out of proportion where,
Are you talking about
you
the
know,
Benjamin Mendy situation?
exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
Hmm.
Come on, man. I think that thing hurt Bernardo because it's not me and it hurt me.
Hmm.
It's just like me and you here now bantering them, joking around as two friends.
Yeah.
And a third party who is not a part of our friendship turn our joke or translate our joke, a joke between me and you, into a different meaning to them. You understand?
Yeah.
I think that thing hurt Bernardo because deep I know he didn't mean anything negative or he wasn't trying to be racist towards Mendy or anything like that, but he was charged.
Hmm.
And charging me for a joke between me and my friend, that would hurt me as well.
Yeah, it
So
was. I
that
think it was.
I think mentally it had a negative impact on Bernardo. And just being in that environment where you have to be careful how you even joke with your own friends. I think
Hmm.
that I think it affected Bernardo. I think honestly, I think that's the reason why he.
Yeah. I hear he doesn't enjoy his life in Manchester too. I think he says that apparently he doesn't enjoy the life, doesn't enjoy everything. But I think that's the main reason. Okay, so I'm
I
gonna move to
honestly,
another. Yeah, Grant. I'm gonna move to another comment, which he said. He said, we admire Hurricane is a top player. We admire Hurricane, uh, but it will end if Tottenham don't want to negotiate with us. If Tottenham want to negotiate with us, then we will negotiate with them. Um, as I said, whenever you ask Pep about other people's players, he did say, yeah, he's a Tottenham player. He started like that, but continued talking about it. That shows like Pep is purposely poking. You know what I mean? That's like he's poking
yeah,
at, and also telling Harry Kane that we want to negotiate, but
yeah.
Harry Kane's camp, but Tottenham don't want to negotiate. They're blocking us. So what does that tell you? Because this is the first time I'm telling you, Pep is not a guy who goes after a player like that. He doesn't say, Grealish, you know what, bring him here. So this is the first time I've seen him actually say, I really want him and we want to negotiate. Like he's actually opening it there, putting it in the media. Most times people want to bish about it, but it's the first time. So
Yeah.
what do you think yourself? Why do you think he made that comment today?
Um, I think I heard a little of the interview. As I said, I was on the road for most of the time, so I didn't really sit and watch the full interview. And I was just reading off the quotes that the guys post in the WhatsApp group. So yeah, Pep. Yeah, normally when you ask Pep about another club's players, he always tend to shun that question and say, Kane is a Tottenham player. We're not gonna discuss Kane because he's Tottenham. Um, Yeah, I think it's common knowledge that City is after Kane. I think it's obvious that Kane is our number one priority in terms of getting a striker. And for me, I think Kane would fit our team perfectly. You understand? We all know Daniel Levy and his negotiating tactics. And maybe he set a price for Hurricane that I see 160, 150 million being quoted all over the internet. And, based on the person Daniel Levy is, and most of who is close to him, I listen to interviews with Harry Redknapp and Tim Sherwood and other persons who are close to Daniel Levy.
Daniel
And
Levy, yeah.
yeah, that's the impression that they give of the man. That when he sets a price, he's not going to budge from that price. You understand? So if we
He's a very stubborn negotiator. He's very hard.
yeah. So when you're dealing with personnel like those now, if he sets his price, the best thing we can do is either we pay the price that he's asking for, or get as close to the price as possible and close that deal. Or if we have no intention of going and paying that price, well, we just have to move on to another target then. Even though for me, I think Kane is literally tailor-made for our system right now, and he's a world-class striker. There's no going around that. Kane is a world-class striker, right? And as I said in the WhatsApp group earlier today, um, I would pay the money for Hurricane. See, he was the leading goal scorer. He won the Golden Boot last season, and he won the Playmaker of the Year award as well. You understand? And based on the philosophy that we employed last year at City, using mainly a false nine system, right? And if you have a man who is known to be a world-class striker, and he still won the Playmaker award, what does that tell you?
He does that. He's very good.
Yeah, he can play both as a false nine, as a striker. He's that dynamic. So he would fit our system perfectly.
Yeah, it's quite disappointing when I see people say, "Oh, Harry Kane is just one sort of striker." I think they used to say he only thing he does is big. He heads the ball in, he finishes tap-ins, but he's changed everybody's dynamic. Like right now, he's changed everybody's mind. This season, what he did was incredible. Like it's not easy. I know De Bruyne was injured, but it's not easy to win the Golden Boot and then win the other award for the best creator. Okay, I'm just going to read some of these comments. Guys, thank you very much for the comments. And whoever is watching, thank you. Push that like button, please. It helps support the channel. And subscribe to the channel, True City Fan on YouTube. This is the third episode of my program. It's called The Hot Box. We've got Kenton, who's all the way from Jamaica. Jamaica's #1 fan. He's just going to make sure he's got a bit of light there. I think we can't see you there because you've gone in a bit of shade. Kenton Day, I think you've gone to a bit of shade.
Yeah, hold on. Patrick, yeah, what happened? I didn't realize that my phone battery was so low.
Oh, okay, so you want to charge your phone?
Actually just reached inside for the charger. Yeah,
okay, don't worry, take
the charger now. So.
Yeah, take your time. I'll be reading the comments. Yeah, take your time. Yeah. I'll be reading the comments as you're taking your time. So, guys, as I said, welcome to the show. We're talking about the comments that were stated by Pep today during the interview. I'm joined by Jamaica's #1 fan. Let me just read this comments. There's another comment here from Moses. What are City going to do with the current players that I am playing now? Then he said he extended it there. Ovida says rubbish paying to win. Ovida, you guys just spent about 95 million or 85 million or something like that on Sancho. You've been breaking the records every transfer window for expensive players. You bought Van de Beek, who's the bench warmer. So don't say we're paying to win. You guys are also paying to win. It's just that you're not winning. So another comment here. Yeah, you lot, you have a lot of players at the club who aren't gonna be a fixture. For example, Bernardo Silva, Sterling and Co. Yeah, I get that, but that's the thing about City. We are not looking to just win one title. Like Liverpool, you guys, all you wanted to win was you always win one title. You win the Champions League, that's it. You get out of the FA Cup. You win the Carabao Cup, which you've never won since it became the Carabao Cup. You only play the Carabao Cup, and that's what we. But at City, we are looking to pile up trophies. That's the reason why we need everybody.
Yeah.
900 million total ever since he came in. What about Oli? Oli has spent about 500 million and hasn't won any trophy. There's a question for you, Ovid, as a United fan. Oli has spent 500 million as a coach and has won nothing. He hasn't even won the Charity Shield, or is able to get into the Charity Shield. Leicester City, Brendan Rodgers spent less money and he won the FA Cup. So that's all I can say. Kane is more important than Messi. That's right. Messi already betrayed us 3 times. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes.
Agree.
Yeah,
I agree with that comment, man.
Yeah, what City's main aim for the upcoming season? I'm going to give that to my guest. They're saying what's City's main aim for the upcoming season?
City's aim hasn't changed. It has always remained the same. Understand? That's why even that same person who made a comment, LFC Red Forever Channel, that same person. City's aim hasn't changed. It's clear. We are there for every trophy that's on offer. It's not like a Liverpool who sacrifices the Carabao Cup, that sacrifices the FA Cup, and their main aim is just to win or to try and win the league and the Champions League. City's philosophy is not like that. We are in for every trophy that is on offer. You know, Patrick, for me, I try not to get into this discussion money spent and transfer fees and things like these with other fans, because it's all down to ambition. Bro, it's all down to ambition. It's called investment. You understand? You're an investor. I am an investor. It depends on what I want from my investment. The more I want is the more I have to invest. Right? It depends on what you want. So you're only challenging for one cup. Therefore, I wouldn't expect you to invest as much as I am investing, because I am that ambitious. I want the Community Shield. I want the Carabao Cup. I want the Premier League. I want the FA Cup, and I want the Champions League. I want all of those. You understand? So my investment would have to be greater because I'm challenging for more. So these persons getting into amount spend, I don't think they understand the basics of investment. You understand? If you are building a 2-bedroom house and I am building a 6-bedroom house, it's impossible for us to invest, or investment to be on par. My building bigger than yours, I would therefore would have to invest more. So this monetary thing, and all right, Pep invests, let's say what, $900 million. How many trophies has Pep won for investing so much money?
I think the last time
the result,
it's about 10. Yeah, it's about 10 just at City. That's a lot. That's averaging a lot of trophies. There's a comment here. Kane is too good for City. That's a lie. He's just joking. Kane cannot be too good for City. What does he want?
Let me
tell you something. Yeah, why is Kane pushing to come to City? He knows it's a guaranteed trophy. Kane needs a trophy.
How can Kane be too good for City? What has Kane ever won in his career to be too good for City? I think he means City is too good for Kane. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to disrespect Kane or downgrade Kane or anything like that, but Kane has never won. It's not like a Ronaldo or a Messi or one of those top guys who won their leagues, who won Ballon d'Ors, who won Champions League. We can say, all right, City has never won the Champions League. So you can say, all right, those guys are too good for City then. That might have a little bit more substance in terms of his reasoning. But how can you say a man who has never won a trophy in his entire life be too good for a club who is guaranteed to win at least 1 or 2 trophies every season? That makes no sense. Let's not waste any time with
let's not. Hi, how you doing, YSK? Always you're a supporter of the channel, guys. Please like the vid on Twitter, like the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It always helps when you subscribe to the channel. It's free, by the way. You don't have to pay. Hi, YSK. YSK says, where do you think Gage is going to fit? I think Gundogan playing time will reduce. I don't think Gundo's time is going to reduce. Gundo is too
Ah,
good. Gundo is too good to be benched. I'm telling you, Pep. No, look, when Pep is bringing these players, he has an idea where they're going to play. But don't forget, he also speaks to people like Gundogan, telling them that, look, if I have to rotate you, I will rotate you. If you prove you're better than, if Grealish proves, I'm pretty sure he also told Grealish, you're gonna have to prove you're better than Raheem. You're gonna have to prove you're better than Gundogan. Grealish is not just coming as a VIP here. Let's not forget the only reason why Grealish is costing 100 million is because of the money that was put in his contract. I'm pretty sure if Grealish did not sign that contract and he had 2 years left on his contract, City were going to pay 60 or 50. They're going to pay less money for him. It's just 100 million. So don't think just because he's a 100 million player coming to City, then he'll be given the welcome mat. No, 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 no. We've had players who are better than Grealish come to City and were put on the bench. If you're not good, you're on the bench. Riyad Mahrez won the player of the season. Riyad Mahrez was a 60 million player. Riyad Mahrez was the first one to break our 60 million player thing. Premier League winner. Guess what happened to him when he came in? He couldn't track back, bench. So at City, I'm pretty sure Grealish was telling him in that interview. People saying Grealish has already told him on the phone, like, look, here it's competition. Fernandinho said in the interview, here it's competition. If you can't survive the competition, then you're wasting your time. So, look, I think he's going to fit in as a number 8, as it's been said, but I also think he's going to play at the left sometimes. But Pep also dropped this. He said, I spoke to the boy, he's multi-talented. He can also play false 9. He can also play a cam, a number 5, a number 10 behind. He can also play a striker. So he has got a lot of ideas. For you to let me say something. Grealish, I think, can actually finish most of the chances. Sometimes we don't finish. I was watching some of the clips. He is very intelligent when he gets in the box. He did. There's one where instead of bending it there as always players do, he tricked the keeper and hit it the same way the keeper was, and the keeper was surprised because he knows that players kick this way. So look, I think he's going to fit in as number 8, but he's going to play at the left. Let's just see one more comment here. Oh, this one I'll give it to the guest. Edozie to start tomorrow. I want to see him play against a big team. What do you think about it, Edozie? Edozie, who is the star that came out of our preseason?
all right. Based on the clips that I've seen of not just him alone, but most of the other academy players that were integrated into the team, yeah, they are very talented. They are very talented. Yes, they have the ability to improve and to become global stars. But to be honest, I know sometimes my comment or my views might seem a bit harsh. So even speaking to you now, I don't want to come across as being the person who texts. Because where I text, something, words are limited when you're texting, so I might express myself a bit different then than me speaking to you now.
Yeah.
And Manchester City is a big club, man. Trust me. Manchester City, it's a massive club. I live in Jamaica, so I'm outside looking in. So I'm seeing a broader picture than the persons who are actually in. They're just seeing the in, but I'm out looking in. You understand? I go different places and I can tell you, man. I can tell you. You understand? As I said earlier, Patrick, I'm not straying away from the point. When I was younger, growing up here in Jamaica, it was all about Liverpool. You understand? Because John Barnes being a player at Liverpool at the time, it was every Sunday. Persons used to be glued to their TV watching Liverpool because of John Barnes. You understand? As technology changes and things become more modernized over
exposure,
time. Yeah. It was about Manchester United, and then it started to spread. But I can tell you, from Sheikh Mansour made that investment and bought Manchester City, and based on the ambition of our owners. You understand? And persons who weren't attached to a Liverpool and a Manchester United and those big clubs. And the growth of Manchester City has now attracted all of those persons who were attached to. So I can tell you
Those
the
other teams,
fan
yeah.
base. So trust me, the fan base. Everywhere I drive in Jamaica and everywhere I go, this is all I'm seeing. Honestly, crazy Manchester City jerseys, crazy Manchester City jerseys, and that tells me something. You understand? It tells me something. Manchester City is growing, man. It's big. It's big. It's big. All right, back to those young talents now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, based on our ambition, right? The things that we want to win,
Yeah.
right? Our investment and the caliber players that we have at our club. We all know it's gonna be very difficult for those young players to get any real playing time in our team. It's gonna be difficult, and I'm sure they know that as well.
Yeah, I
You
think they know. I
understand?
think they have
And
seen stars go away. They have seen stars not make it
yes,
and sold out. Yeah.
so it's gonna be. It's not like a Phil Foden, and even Foden, as brilliant and talented as he is, he had to wait his turn as well. You understand? So he grew into the system. He grew into the team. It's not like he was forced into the team or he was rushed into the team. You remember when the English media and even City fans and other persons were saying that Foden should be sent out on loan?
Yeah, sent out on loan. Yeah, that
Yeah,
he needs playing time to be better. Yeah.
yeah. And I remember one, I don't remember the exact person. I don't remember which station that journalist work or what. That wrote and said Foden just signed a 6-year deal to sit on the City bench. You remember that?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, the guy said
Yes, man.
Foden has signed to just sit on the bench, and
Yes,
people came back to him
Foden,
when Foden started playing in the
yeah.
Champions League.
But Pep knew he knew that he see Foden every day. You understand? And
Yeah.
the Foden of last season and the season before, watch and now. You can see the growth and the maturity in Foden's play. You understand? So it's not like at one point when you say, all right, Foden is still young, you can't show such a young player into certain big games. Foden has surpassed that stigma now. And Foden is
Yeah,
now
true.
a big player, like any other player in the City team. No, he's a young player anymore in the City team. To me, Foden has arrived. You understand? Foden has
Yeah.
arrived. So, if you compare even Foden's situation with a Sano's situation, it's basically same, except I think one of them thought he had arrived already when he didn't even start as yet. And that's
Yeah, he was learning.
yeah, man. He was in that phase, but I think he wasn't humble enough. He in his head, he thought he has arrived already. So I still have to give him a little rating. Still, he left, and he has blossomed and matured into a good enough player now. Still not as good as Foden, but now he's back in the league, and we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah. What? Yeah, YSK with the as Dino said, City is a big team, but I think because we don't have players yet, I think Idoz might actually start because I think Pep has a soft spot. I can see there's a soft spot for him. Foden to play false nine. Oh, he might. That's what Pep was training him to do. To one day play false
Yeah.
nine. Let's just move over away from the Pep comments. We can go to the biggest elephant in the room now. That's Messi. So Messi now is no longer a Barcelona player.
Mm-hmm.
The club, City, has already made a statement saying they're not going in for him. I'm pretty sure they're not happy after the 3 times he let us down after he contacted us that he's coming to City. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think we're making a mistake by not signing a free Messi?
All right. To be honest, if I had a choice now of Messi and Hurricane, I would go for Hurricane. I would rather City pay the money that Daniel Levy value Hurricane at than having a free Messi at City right now.
Yeah.
Right? I would prefer that. I think the best of Messi is already behind him.
Yeah, it's
I think
gone.
his
Yeah.
best, his better days are already gone. You understand? And even thinking beyond football, let's think more to the financial aspect of the deal. A Messi coming into now. A Messi is not coming to City now to drop or reduce his demands. He's Messi. So he's coming to City now, and you always hear the executives or the club officials speaking about not breaking the club space structure and things like that. When you have a Messi coming into City now, demanding 600,000 or more pounds per week, right? I remember, he's not that energetic like before,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
His speed has gone. Yeah.
What is going to happen to our senior players, our big players, when they see a Messi coming in now and he's being paid over 600,000 pounds a week? That can cause a lot of disruption in our dressing room. What will happen when De Bruyne decides that he should be on the same pay structure as Messi? What's going to happen when Ryan, Sterling, Riyad, all of those big players who have given years to the club decided that they want to be on the same level of payment as Messi?
Yeah.
So I'm
It's gonna
thinking
cause
along
issues in the
those
dressing room.
lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm thinking along those lines. You understand? So to be honest, a few seasons ago, or even the last time when this Messi to City thing was buzzing, I was one of those persons who were saying, yes, Messi to City, Messi to City. I'm not start feeling that same energy right now. I'm not feeling that Messi City energy right now. Thinking
Yeah, you
long
do.
term,
Yeah.
I think Hurricane is more hungrier. He's more hungrier than Messi now. Messi has won it
Yeah.
all already, You understand? So having a hungry Hurricane at City, Manchester City will benefit more. I think on a more global appeal, a more commercial level, yeah, Messi. If we're thinking about shirt sales and stuff like that, yes, Messi. But man, I'm not thinking about shirt sales. We are Manchester City. I'm not
Yeah,
thinking.
you're right.
I want to see our trophy cabinet building up. I'm more into that. So on the long term, I would go for Hurricane. And I think the team, we have many players who can give the same technical ability, the same as a Messi. We have similar. They might not be as good or gifted as Messi, but the role that Messi plays, so I don't think we need a Messi Kane type. You understand, who will bang in those goals and you know,
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Okay.
I think over the long term, I would definitely go for Hurricane over Messi.
Okay. That's what Kenton thinks. Vivo, how you doing, Vivo? Welcome to the show. The only reason Kevin played there last season was because Phil didn't understand the role that much. Yeah, I think Pep really wants to see Phil Foden as a false nine, and I think wants to fix him as a false nine. That's a good shout. Okay, so we're gonna go to Hurricane's statement. I'm just gonna paraphrase it. I don't want to read the whole thing. So Hurricane came up with a statement today. He said he's disappointed what he's seen in the media, how people are portraying him, saying he's a bad guy. He says he's not going to go deep into the situation of what's happening. He says he's going to come back to training. Him and the club agreed when he's going to come back for training. I think it's going to be the end of the week. He said, I don't want to go deep in the situation, I think, between me and Daniel Levy. That's what he said, between me and the club. But he says, I'll come back. When I come back, I'll talk to the club. I cannot, he also said he cannot behave badly to a club that gave him everything, and he cannot do that to the fans. So I think in that statement, he's still trying to say, look, I want to leave. You know what I mean? He says, I don't want to get into the situation with the club. I don't want to talk about the situation deeper. You can still tell that this is somebody who still wants to, when you read his statement, you can still tell there's a vibe that I'm not coming back to stay, but I don't want to be bad and don't portray any bad in the media, me and the club, and there's talks between me and the club. So
Yeah,
why do you
exactly.
think, do you think he really needed to come with a statement to clean his name?
I'm glad.
Or
I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did because all right, the situation last week, the situation was blown out of proportion. That Harry
yeah,
missed training. All
yeah.
right, Ryan Sterling isn't back at City as yet. John
Mm.
Stones isn't back as yet. Well, Foden is injured. Kyle Walker isn't back as yet. Which other England players not back as yet? So I'm
I
saying
don't
if
think.
those
Look,
players aren't
I
back
don't think
again,
Luke
why
Shaw.
would
I don't think Philip or Luke Shaw are also back.
all right? So why would Harry Kane be back last weekend?
Yeah,
Them
true,
players are
true. You're right.
still. So why would Harry Kane be the first one to be back last week? Why would everybody else get an extended vacation, but Harry Kane was due back? It's not everything jump on it.
Hmm.
You understand? No disrespect, but it's not everything that I jumped on.
Yeah,
You understand?
I think,
And so
yeah,
that
I
is
think
what
the
I'm
media
saying.
went a bit
I'm
far.
glad
Yeah,
he came out and he said what he said today, which is very gentleman-like. Yeah, it's clear he
very
wants to
professional.
leave. But I think persons
Hmm.
were blowing this thing out of proportion that he missed training and he on a protest or something. No, I didn't buy into that at all. So I thought he came out today and he said he was very with some of the comments that was said,
Not the
and
media.
you know the general reaction, yes, of the media towards him. The man was on vacation. It's not like he was back in England at his home and refused to go to Spurs for
Yeah, he was in
training.
Florida
He
and
was
he's in
out of the
Florida.
country.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
yeah,
out of
you're
the
right.
country on vacation. Raheem
Hmm.
Sterling, well, I haven't seen him, but
But he's not back.
I know he was in Jamaica. Uh, well, I'm not gonna say certain, but I know he was here in or he might still be here in Jamaica.
Okay.
Why Kane expected back last week?
Yeah, yeah, it was. I think it was blown out of proportion. Okay, so we're going to before we close the show, we're going to talk about the topic, the first topic we want to talk about. So, how do you see the season going for Man City? What do you expect from this new season?
Um, what I expect for the new season is more of the same. More of the same. You understand? Players coming back with a hunger, renewed energy, with a desire to go again. I don't want any players who their stomach is already filled back at the club. Manchester City, we need hungry players. Yes. Hugo, I think Hugo wants to come on, you know. You see? He say, yo,
Yeah, yeah, but Hugo, the link is in in the group. He says says what? It's a 95 pointed. I don't know what that he means by that. Hugo says, I can't believe I missed this. It's okay, Hugo. It's okay, Hugo. There's more and more episodes that are going to come in. Oh, he's the guy was saying Vivo is saying it's going to be a 95 points winning season. Yeah, look, as Kington, Kenton, I keep saying K, I keep saying Kington. Okay, as
Kenta.
K, I'm gonna just call him K now because I'm struggling with his name. So as K said, he says he expects players to come back hungry. He expects Man City to fight more. For me, to be honest, I want a striker. I'm sorry, guys. I am not going to buy this first nine thing. I am tired of it. I
All
want
right, Patrick,
somebody.
Patrick,
Uh,
Patrick, Patrick. All
uh,
right. Read into this. Because I was saying it in the WhatsApp group and you guys were going around in circles and in circles.
mm,
All right.
mm,
Everybody is saying Manchester City wants a striker. And
yeah.
all I'm basically saying, what if the manager decides that he's going to use the same tactics and philosophy that worked for him last season?
Mm.
You realize he went out and spent a 100 million on an attacking midfield? No, I don't want to get anybody upset or anything like that. Because I know,
No,
you
no,
know,
go
some of
ahead,
us
go
fans
ahead.
are very
Speak free, speak free.
all right.
Don't be
All
scared.
right. No,
Speak
what I'm saying,
free.
you know, maybe
Mm,
that's Pep's plan to use
mm,
the same
mm,
strategies of last season. The only thing I don't want him to do again is to use De Bruyne in that false nine role. So you realize he went out now and get Jack Grealish. Somebody before was saying, where will Grealish play? Left,
mm,
number 8, where? Number 9, where? I'm saying, all right, remember, you know, Sterling is very flexible. He can
mm,
play that role. He can even play the striker's role. Grealish can play left, Mahrez right. So I'm saying, no, if he's planning to use the same philosophy from last season, where would a striker fit? We're not playing a
Makes
system
sense.
that employs a striker. So where would that striker fit? To fit in a striker, look at it. To fit in a striker now in our system, at least 2 of our attacking midfielders are going to end up where? On the bench. Look at it. Remember, all right, Riyad Mahrez, right wing, says Raheem in left wing, striker up front. Right? So that's
Yeah.
the front. Remember, Riyad Mahrez, the striker who and Raheem Sterling. That's the front three. Now the midfield three, Rodri, Gundogan, and Kevin De Bruyne. You realize how many persons out? So Foden out, Grealish out, Bernardo out, Jesus out. All of those players out on the bench. That's how deep I'm seeing the thing here. If we get a striker, 2 for attacking midfielders will have to be sitting on the bench every week. And he went and he bought Grealish. Why did Pep buy Grealish and not a striker? And we know Pep is not going to play. See that person a while ago said Gundogan on the bench. That's not going to happen, man. You think Pep is going? Pep's ratings for Gundogan is so high. Which other manager you know in world football would buy a player with his foot in a cast? You forgot that Gundogan was bought with his foot in a cast?
Yeah, he forgot that Gundogan was injured.
Yeah,
Pep even said, let's still buy him while he's injured, yeah.
All right. That is how much Pep rates Gundogan. He bought Gundogan with his foot in a cast. And now Gundogan is, come on, let's not go around. Gundogan is world class. Gundogan, and he's at the peak of his career now. Pep is not going to put Gundogan on the bench. He's not. Oh, and De Bruyne, it will not be on the bench either. You understand? So I have a strong suspicion that Pep, we might see more of the same of last season. Right? Just maybe a little tweak now that Grealish is there. Less pressure on De Bruyne. So instead of De Bruyne playing the number 9 role, he can drop back now and play his, where he's more effective, where he's supplying that person with the pass. Instead of De Bruyne up in the number 9 role, waiting for others to pass to him. That's where we went. That's where we went wrong last year, man. That's where we went wrong last year. So I'm looking for a very, very successful season as usual, man. The standard's not gonna drop. It's not going to drop. Once all the players come back with that hunger and that desire, it's not going to drop.
Okay. Adam says which group which group I was looking for it. I don't understand what you mean there, Adam.
I think he's talking about our WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. Adam, I will send you a link. All you have to do is send me your number. I'll send you a link. Vivo says Grealish will play the good. No, we already answered that. He says Kenton Gundo will rotate with Grealish. I'm winning. Everybody can rotate, but Grealish is not coming to just take Gundo's position. That's not happening.
I think. All right. Let me give my opinion. And I honestly think. All right, go Grealish in the city's team. If you think about going to play the Roger Fernandino role, and he's not going to play the Kevin De Bruyne's role. So I think I mainly see Grealish in the front three. Sometimes it depends. Sometimes you might see him playing, as the person said, the Gundogan role. Sometimes. But I think Foden is more, or should I say it now? I think that role, the Gundogan role, that role that David Silva used to play, I think Foden is more equipped then to play in that. Yeah. Especially he's in the team along. I think he would understand that role more. Right? So I think Foden will more play there. So I think the left side, you'll mainly see Grealish playing to the left side. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, let's just wait.
Just like what Hugo said. Remember, Hugo said maybe Pep is thinking of switching Sterling to the right side. I Mahrez is our only natural right-sided.
Yeah.
And
Maris
if
is also
Bernardo is going to leave, then
it's
maybe we'll
Raheem
see
and Maris.
Sterling play,
Yeah,
Mill over to the right.
yeah, yeah.
Or you might see Sterling and Jesus playing that front role if we don't
Yeah,
buy a recognized striker. So
yeah.
we have nothing to worry about.
Yeah,
Nothing.
we don't. We have enough players. So Dugout Daily says, "Big up, man! Big up, man! Guys, subscribe to Dugout Daily. Very good channel. I think very good people. There's some people on YouTube who are very good. Subscribe to Dugout Daily. Thanks for the support. Hugo says people forget that Kington Happy. You're reminding them. I think you're talking about the Gundogan. Gundogan must continue in midfield, not as a CDM. That's true.
Yeah.
Vivo says, but Hugo Grealish will not be replacing Sterling. Vivo, I don't think Grealish is replacing anybody. He's just there to make sure there is competition to push others. The competition in the group will keep the players sharp. Yes, Hugo has answered
Exactly.
you. Then Hugo says, no, he's answering you. Vivo says, no one has Sterling's skill set. No one can replace him. Sterling is very good and lethal. You guys keep mouthing about him. He's very good. Grealish will start out like Zinchenko. Exactly. Everybody has to start from the bottom. I'm pretty sure Grealish has been told you're starting at the bottom here. Hugo again says he has to work to get into the consistent 11. That's true. Is it Ash? How do you say that name? Is it Ashu?
Anshu.
Anshu. Sorry for butchering your name. How you doing, man? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I think you're using
Nobody. No, Grealish isn't coming to replace anybody. He's just a new addition to the team. He's not replacing anybody. Understand? As Hugo said,
not.
he's right.
I think people should understand that. They think that he's coming to replace him.
The addition of Grealish can only make us better, you know. So now, right early him, knows that he has to come back and he has to be sharp. It's not about name or seniority anymore. If he slips, you realize the same position that Sterling plays, Grealish plays that position as well. So Sterling now must know that if he slips up again, there's somebody, well, not only just Grealish, Foden as well. Yeah. There are two players waiting
Ferran Torres is also a right winger, so
you forget about we have been overlook Ferran
Torres is also a right winger, so there's competition here.
No, all I know, Patrick. You see that same shot. I think Pep is up to something. All right, let me ask you, which position you see Ferran Torres contributed more to City? I've seen him play left. I've seen him play the right. I've seen him play the false nine. I've seen him leading the line for City.
I think for me, with the height he has and the movement he has and the finishing he has, I think we should be looking at that kid as a striker. I think we should be looking at that kid as a striker. I heard Pep also say his coach from Valencia told him that this kid in the future I was thinking to make him a striker. So look into that. The kid is movement and hold up play is very good.
And trust me, man. All right. You see his movements between the lines and how he runs off the back of the centre backs is better than Jesus by far. You know, I rate Jesus highly, and I'm always defending Jesus. But in terms of the movements behind those centre backs and between those centre backs, and even in terms of finishing, Ferran Torres to me does that better than Jesus. So when I watch, sometimes I take my eyes off the ball and I look for certain little unique features of each player, or quality of each player. And every time Ferran Torres is given the opportunity to play in the number 9 role, or the false 9 role right here, he does it like a real pro. I don't think he is that effective on either wings at Manchester City, based on how our team plays. I think he contributes more to the team playing in that little gap right there, either as the false 9 or the man who is leading the line for the team. And everybody recognizes that.
Okay, guys, I'm going to read the comments before we close up. There's another one says, remember, we are only speculating, guys. Come on, you all talk very confident, but Grealish is here for the Gundogan role. And there's another comment here. What are your thoughts on about Dilap rumor to be going on? The reason why Dilap is going on loan is because they want him to get experience. I think that's very good for him. He says I would I wouldn't be surprised if Ferran Torres plays as a striker. We just talked about
exactly.
that. And then yeah, Ferran is key for us to use this season. That's true. So guys, look, look, guys, this is my page on YouTube. I know that most of you guys are watching on Twitter, but that's my page on YouTube. Subscribe. Kenton will be here regularly. Hugo, Mikey, all those guys will be here. For me, as I said, this is a platform for every City fan. If you want to come on this channel, you're free to come on and talk about whatever you want to talk about. If it's about City, if it's about football, we'll come here. We'll bring you on the hot box. So that's the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, True City Fan. So we're just going to close up. Thank you guys for coming on the show today. Thank you all the guys in the comments. And Kington, a pleasure as always. I remember when we got banned from Twitter together, but they banned you longer, you disappeared. And everyone was asking, by the way, I don't know if I told you this. Everybody was asking where you were. You were dubbed, you were put as a legend. Your picture used to come up. People used to put your picture and say, do you remember this legend? Where is this legend gone? I remember I asked somebody, I was like, where is he gone? Someone was like, oh, I think he was banned off Twitter. Maybe he took time off Twitter. But everybody was wondering where you are.
That was it. That was it, man. I just couldn't take certain things on Twitter anymore. I had to give it a break. So I was on Instagram, communicating with the City fans nevertheless. But I had to give the Twitter thing a break for a while. But, the guys convinced me to come back. So I set up another account and here I am again. So now I'm more mature and better able to handle certain situations. Yeah. Sometimes I've learned now just to ignore and block out certain things. Nothing that I think that I had didn't have the temperament to avoid, kind of like a lion, So when we see certain things, we're going to, it's just natural. But now I'm more mature in terms of handling certain situations. So I'm back and I'm good. So Patrick, all right, see, Adam, what I'm going to do when we close off, I'm going to go into the group and group administrators in. That means persons like Adam and other City fans who are interested in joining our WhatsApp group, you will have the opportunity to add them to the group without, don't have to come through me or Hugo or any one of us. So I'll make you a group administrator. So you can add Adam and whoever else is interested in joining our Manchester WhatsApp group. And, you can let them know how we are crazy in that group. We are just crazy. You can let them know.
It's a very crazy group, but you have to learn. It took me time to learn that some of it is banter, so I didn't understand. I was like, are they serious saying this one is a useless player? So you learn that some of this is banter. There's
all of it. Despite what we say, sometimes me and Mikey going at each other, but we have never disrespected each other or. No,
it's always respectful. It's very respectful in the group. Yeah, they're very respectful. It's just all facts, but respectful. Yeah.
We go at each, come with their stats and everything just to prove their point. So that we say things using words to each other, but it's nothing disrespectful. We're all friends, and all of us. You are there as well. You make your point. I disagree with you. You disagree with me. You go back for your evidence. You come back and we, just let you know. Group it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. So on that note, we're going to close up. Young C, Yowajin. It says Yowajin on people. So thank you very much, guys. Subscribe to the channel. To see the fan on. Is that Wagwan? I don't know how you say it.
Yeah, man. The man try to talk like Jamaica and say, yo, Wagwan, and I shouldn't put the on, he should say, yo, Wagwan people. The on shouldn't be there, but I understand what you say. Yo, Wagwan people.
Yeah, so Young C, if you didn't see the rest of the interview and the talk, the episode, just go over to Twitter on True City Fan. You'll be able to see it on Twitter, or you'll be able to see it on YouTube. Guys, thank you very much. I will see you again next time on episode 4 of the Hot
Big up,
Box.
big up, big
Yeah,
up.
big up to you. See you, man. Thank you for
All
coming on.
Manchester City fan. Manchester, big up on yourself. Manchester City fans globally, big up on yourself. You understand? We're taking it to them again this season. You understand? It doesn't matter what they want to criticize our club about money spending or anything they come at us with. We are Manchester City. The world is ours. You understand? The world is ours. The world is blue. Manchester City. No matter what they say or do, man. They can't stop the rising. City to the world. Go.
Yeah, see you guys. Yeah.